Waddle. Let's get it.
The Miami Dolphins select Jaylen Waddle.
J-Dub.
There goes Mike Gesicki. My goodness.
I'm OG, y'all new to the game.
Powers in for the Miami touchdown. Patrick's going to take a deep shot for Preston Williams. What a start. Tua down the middle. Picked off by Byron Jones. Dolphins score.
Hello there, guys, and welcome back to another installment of Juan on Juan. It's your boy Exclusivity, and crazy draft weekend. I will be dropping a video for at least the first 3 rounds. We'll see how I'm feeling after that, and I think it's just best off to start off with our 6th overall pick in Jaylen Waddle. I think it's safe to say most of us expected Kyle Pitts, or maybe not expected, wanted, but Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, and then the safe choice and the best alternative if those two were gone, Devontae Smith. So you could understand a lot of people's surprise and shock when Jaylen Waddle was the name, but I'm really not that surprised nor shocked, and I hope these next couple plays will be able to show you guys why. Let's dive in. So we're really here, huh? Jaylen Waddle, J-Dub, as our QB like to call him. It almost feels surreal looking back into last year's team as far as the Dolphins and thinking how much speed we truly lacked and how much speed we gained in just one offseason. I really want to give you guys a deep dive into Jaylen Waddle because I don't think he's all speed. Or he is all speed because his speed and acceleration are insane, but he's more than that. He's going to be able to give us a lot more and hopefully be able to actually, make some plays for Tua. But just to start off, he was a consensus 4-star recruit coming out of Texas. He had over 20 scholarship offers from across the country. Overall, he's just a twitchy, explosive, and electric athlete with or without the ball in his hand. He's just as fast straight line as he is quick, which is very, very rare. His top end speed and quickness, but most impressive trait for me might be just his just straight acceleration. At 0 to 60, it really might already be one of the best in the league. He moves in and out of his gears effortlessly, has zero doubts with his speed, which you'll see sometimes guys will see an angle that maybe they think they can get but don't really trust it, so they'll hesitate. You don't see that with Waddle. He knows how fast he is. He knows he can get there. He knows he'll beat that corner and eat up any angle. He makes hand catches, which is surprising. It's not as pure as a catch as let's say as Devontae Smith, but he's not a body catcher by any means of the imagination. He's not as nuanced as well as in route running as Smith, but he does show an advanced understanding of leverage and more or less how to attack it. He's been able to prove that he can high point balls almost like Tyreek, even though he's only 5'9", 5'10". Last year, he had to adjust a lot for Mac Jones' lack of deep arm strength. It was just a lot of balls that were just kind of hanging in the air, and Waddle had to come back and basically bail his guy out. He's a true slot that will be great in underneath routes coming from trips and 2 receiver sets. But it was a progressive thing with him each year. He did play more out wide as the seasons kind of went along. In 2018, he played 319 snaps in the slot and 113 out wide. In 2019, he played 264 snaps in the slot with only 23 out wide. But he played almost evenly between the slot and out wide in 2020, with 147 slot snaps to the 98 out wide. Most expected a huge jump from him before the injury derailed the season, and by all accounts, he was delivering. Having only played in 4 games, these were his game logs. Versus Missouri in the season opener, 8 catches for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns with a long of a 46-yarder. Versus Texas A&M, 5 catches for 142 yards and 1 touchdown that was an 87-yard bomb. Versus Ole Miss, 6 catches for 120 yards with a long of 45. Versus Georgia, in his final game that he was healthy, he went for 6 catches, 161 yards, 1 touchdown that was a 90-yard bomb. This young man's game changes the entire offense with just his presence alone. let alone when he actually starts to pull in the long bombs that Jakeem was never been able to do, especially last season where if those bombs had come down from Jakeem, I feel like the narrative of Tua and everything that went on there really starts to get changed. And also just to add lastly, you know, the chemistry that Waddle and Tua have already built. I mean, I showed you guys at the beginning how excited Tua was to see his teammate get drafted. But that's just going to help accelerate the process once we get into mini camps and training camps and things of that nature. Because there's not going to be a surprise to how fast Waddle is. You're not going to be shocked and having to rely or having to learn basically that you'll never be able to outthrow him or overthrow him. Especially with Tua, who, you know, not necessarily has the strongest arm. There's already going to be a feel for how to get him touches and a feel for where he likes to make the catch and how he likes to make the catch. So I'm truly excited about this kid. I feel like he's truly going to be a special kid down here. From his interview, he's a super humble and passionate young man who's a teammate. I saw him light up when they finally let him know that Devontae was drafted 4 picks later to the Eagles, in a way that, you know, in his earlier interview he was kind of uptight. But I love to see it, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do the rest of the season. Until next time, guys, peace.